Hey, this is the weekend trip, and we are checking out after a one-night stay at the ROW Hotel. I think it's called ROW NYC. It's on 8th and 44th Street. Very small European-style room, as you can see. Really tiny, and not much in the way of amenities. I think we were at a $160 rate. We booked last minute. I actually waited too long because we saw other decent hotels being advertised late last week and thought the rates might go down. But anyway, I've always seen this come up in my searches, and so I was curious, and anyway, not overwhelmed. It's just not much, unless especially if you're staying for a while. It looked like a lot of European visitors. I mean, you have a little storage down here and a closet over here, but you got a tiny room, and it's really just not that nice. Not nice at all for this type of rate. You can get a lot better hotel. That never comes up as overly cheap. We didn't get a view. I think there are views. You can see a little bit. Those are water towers, but not much. And the lobby's really nice and modern, but the room itself is very IKEA-esque. Everything's kind of run down and cheap. Again, you have your power cords. They do give you free Wi-Fi, they call it, but it's a $35 charge. That's a little different than you see. At least I gathered it as different, because I've never had anyone up front tell me there's a $35 charge. You usually have your normal taxes and whatnot in New York City. Anyway, lights out poster scared one of the kids. What do you mean you have to turn the lights out? You have your good night, little marketing gimmicks to make it look cool. Your good night shade, which is really pretty solid, but little things just kind of upset me. One, the time of the clock was wrong, so I didn't have my phone next to my bed, and I thought we overslept till around 10:30, and turned out it was 8:30. You have heat controls. This was the biggest annoyance. I just thought, wow, they're lacking the details. I mean, you can tell it's an old hotel. You see the molding, but this subway door style type of thing. Little Ethan can't even close it. Ethan, can you try to close this thing? It doesn't work. You got mold up in the shower, which again, for a hotel at supposedly this caliber, that charges quite a bit for a drink at the bar, and it's kind of trying to be trendy. I don't think you should be seeing mold anywhere. Again, tiny little sink. Again, we've seen these things in Manhattan hotels, but it's usually more, it's higher end. This is really kind of low. And, but again, it's centrally located right next to Times Square, so it might work out for you. And if you're seeing a Broadway play for one night and there's nothing else available, I would go maybe with this one. The service, the people were great at the front desk. Sometimes you go to a really nice hotel and they're not great. The front desk was really nice. The people were very friendly. The temperatures in the room were good. You could hear some people, but it wasn't pretty well insulated, so you can't hear any noise. TV was all right. No in-room movies or anything like that. No fridge, which kind of sucks. Really can't store any food. Brandon had some leftover food from what was that, 5 Napkins we went to last night, which is a really good place just around the corner. Been there a couple times. Recommend it if you want a good burger. And it's not that expensive. I think I had a drink or two, and it was $80, and they had dessert. So not that bad for a New York City dinner. Pumping other things here, but I can't really pump ROW NYC. Not that good. What did you guys think? No thoughts, Ethan?
1.5 star.
1.5 star. Yeah,
it's
see,
not good.
It's not.
Like 3 people. You need at least more space than that.
Yeah, it's very European. I mean, if you go to England and other countries, you'll see these small hotel rooms. Manhattan, you get them every once in a while, but not at this rate typically. I did notice a lot of European travelers in the lobby, so that they probably have a European clientele. But again, if I was coming in from Europe, I don't know if I'd want to wait. And there was a line at 3 o'clock for around half an hour.
If you're claustrophobic, you probably don't want to get this.
Yeah, so I guess they'll have a tough time traveling abroad. But anyway, that's it for this, and hope you guys subscribe to the channel. And we'll try another cut.